What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Joe Hatagwa, and I'm a Sierra Leonean American who spent the last 4 years living in West Africa. I currently am in Sierra Leone right now. Sorry. I'm currently in Sierra Leone right now. And if you want to know what Dirty December is like in Sierra Leone, then this is the video for you. All right. We are back. So first of all, if you guys can hear me, let me know if you can hear me by giving me a thumbs up. And also make sure you tell me where you're watching from. Where are you watching from? And give me a thumbs up to let me know that you can hear me. It has been a crazy day. Let me tell you guys how this day has been. I am, as I said, in Sierra Leone, West Africa right now. I have been on the road for a total of 6+ hours today, going to an outer province and coming back from that outer province. I just got back to the capital city. I'm not in my usual place where I usually live stream. I usually live stream from a hotel, Pearl Hotel. Shout out to Pearl Hotel, but I was exhausted, so I just wanted to come back home today. The generator's running in the background. I got a fan on, so if there's any background noise, sorry for that. But we're about to tell you what my life has been like here in Sierra Leone over the last week and what's going on this December. So if you're interested in that, then this is the live stream for you. Again, if you're watching and if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. So Sheku Sheriff says you can hear me from Minnesota. Shout out to you. All right, so that's on YouTube. What about you guys on IG? If you guys can hear me, give me a thumbs up and let me know where you're watching from. Hit that like button too if you haven't already. All right, so we got a bunch of people joining from Instagram. Where are you guys watching from? Let me know where you guys are watching from, and let me know if you guys can hear me. Thumbs up if you can hear me, and let me know where you're watching from. All right, so I'm gonna get right into it. So many of you who watch this live stream are people who've gotten your citizenship in Sierra Leone. You're thinking about coming to West Africa, and you're wondering what is there to do in December. So Ghana has its own Dirty December. Nigeria has its own version. Sierra Leone has its own version. Pretty much every country that has a diaspora that comes out or comes back have their own versions of like a festive December season, right? And so, depending on where you're from, determines how, as the kids say, how lit it is, right? So, in Sierra Leone, for instance, I tend to really like what Sierra Leone is doing in the December month. Ghana also does a lot of interesting things too, especially because it was always known historically for Afro Nation and Afro Future. It used to be called Afrochella, but now it's called Afro Future, and other festivals like the Wood and Wata Festival and other things like that. The Black Star Line Festival in Ghana. So you've had some big events like that in Ghana, and I do plan to go to Ghana later this month. But I'm in Sierra Leone right now, so I'm going to talk to you guys about what's happening in Sierra Leone. So for those of you who are planning to visit Sierra Leone this December, you're on your way here, or you're already here and you want to know what's going on, I'm going to make it known to you. I'm a little dressed up today because I had to go, I threw the jacket off. I had to go meet with some very prominent folks in an outer region to deal with some things court related, which I can't talk to you guys about here yet. But we'll get to that at some point in time in the future. Trust me, you don't want to miss that discussion. This has been crazy. But in the meantime, let's talk about December. So let's start with what's happened so far, what I have attended, and why. Like I'm basically a zombie right now because this last weekend is a blur. I was out Saturday and Sunday, um, and then I was up really really early this morning. I had to get up at 5 a.m. this morning after being out till late the night before. So yeah, so let's get into it. Let's just get right into it. So um, I'm gonna walk you through some of the events. I put them up in my. They're in the description here, and I also put them on something that I can just show you on screen. That's not like my text messages, because somebody sent me a bunch of messages. Here, I'll do. I'll put in my notes. Why don't we do that? So yeah, so there's a bunch of stuff that's already happened. So in both Ghana and Sierra Leone, I'll speak to both of those two countries since these are two places that I've spent December's. You'll tend to have stuff that start in November and into December. So it's not just a December activities thing. I know they say we affectionately call it Dirty December, but there are things that happen in other months of the year, or the other month, the previous month of the year, I should say, that doesn't usually get discussed. All right, so let me share my screen with you guys so you guys can see the events. Do I need to make this larger so you guys can see it? You guys have to let me know if you guys can see it. Okay, that's actually better. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Let's do that now so you guys can see. So I'm gonna walk you through what's already happened, and then we'll talk about what is to come in the coming weeks. All right, cool. So I'm gonna share my screen. Let's see. I want to share my notes. All right, cool, 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 cool. All right. So let me know if you guys can see my screen. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you guys can see my screen. Um, so we'll get into. Oh, Sheku said my video is very clear. Well, shout out to Google Fi. I'm using my Google Fi. I'm well, fingers crossed it stays clear. But I'm using Google Fi as my Wi-Fi. I'm not using a local Wi-Fi here in Sierra Leone, and I will be probably getting uh, Starlink in the future. All right, cool. So here's what December looks like. So Lux Brunch happened on the Power Women Brunch. Power Women is a really dope group here in Sierra Leone. It's a bunch of women professionals that have gotten together to kind of empower women who are in business and in Sierra Leone because this tends to be more of a as they say a patriarchal society where they don't always enter the rooms and the discussions where major moves are happening, and so it allows them to get together and to work together to uplift and to encourage entrepreneurship and business and each other and other women in the community. And so, and then of course, us as advocates, somebody like myself, I support all this Power Women 232 events that I am in country for. I wasn't in the country for this particular one. All right, cool. Then there was Food Fest on December 1st. VSL had a meet and greet. I met with Bimbala yesterday at Madeng, and he mentioned that this was a really dope event, and a lot of people talked about it. It was Visit Sierra Leone is who throws it. There was a hike in Tacugama. Thoa, the House of Africa, thrown by the guys who do the Ballin event, Shaka Stevens and his crew. So they did the Thoa event, the House of Africa event. That that is a crazy event. If you guys know anything about like house music and house and parties, rave parties, it was one of those, but it's a West African version. If you know, you know. It was a lot. It was a lot. So I was there till 4:50 in the morning. Came home at 9:30. Sorry guys, I got a phone call on my phone, and I am in the middle of live streaming, so and I'm using the phone as the Wi-Fi. So if I get another phone call, it's All right, sorry about that, guys. I kept getting a phone call and it cut off my internet, so I got cut off for a couple of seconds. Yes, Sheku saying I'm frozen. Sorry about that, Sheku, and all of you guys who are watching, um, and those of you who stayed on and stayed patient. I appreciate you guys. Okay, so I was trying to express to you what is going on in December here in Sierra Leone before I was interrupted by the many phone calls that I got from a single person, because you know how it goes here in West Africa. When you don't pick up, they just call again and they call again. You know, that is how it works here. People don't get the hint when you don't answer. Especially the thing is, it's not an emergency. So why keep calling? I'll call you back. Also, people forget that I live stream at the same time every single Monday and still tend to call at the same time. Obviously, a bit frustrated. But as I was saying, um, I'm going to go back to sharing my screen so you guys can see what I was talking about, what's going on this December for those of you who are planning to come to Sierra Leone and want to know what's going on. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to walk. Oh man, my connection is still pretty unstable, huh? Now that I've gotten those phone calls in a row, now my connection's unstable. I went from being really stable to unstable. You guys give me a thumbs up just to let me know if you can hear me. Can you guys hear me right now? If you can, give me a thumbs up so I know you can hear me. Um, it has been okay. Shah the King gave me a thumbs up earlier, but can you guys hear me now? Give me a thumbs up so I know you can hear me now. It's really delayed. Okay, so I will presume that you can hear me. So yeah, okay. So Sheku said you can hear me. Okay, great. So again, Thoa, the House of Africa. Okay, Jade Riley. Shout out to Jade Riley and Sheku Sharif. Sorry. Okay, you guys can hear me. Cool, cool, cool. All right. So the Madeng Festival was yesterday. Really dope. It's like fun. It's family friendly, fun for the whole family. I think is the way I would best describe it. It is a day long festival with like all right, this is why I usually go live from Pearl Hotel because every time I go live from home, I lose my connection. I'm going to connect to my phone Wi-Fi again. Give me a second, guys. I will. It may cut off for about a second or so, but you guys got to bear with me. This is Africa. As I told you before, my network connections aren't the best in Sierra Leone, and so this is how it goes. So this is something you have to think about if you guys are planning to do Zoom calls and things like that. Make sure you got a backup internet connectivity. But give me 1 second. I'm going to switch over to another network because this one is not a stable one. Even though you guys can hear me and see me right now, it's not a very stable one. All right, all right, all right. Now we are on my phone's Wi-Fi, so hopefully it's much better and you guys can hear me and see me. Shout out to Raymond Davis watching from the UK. All right, cool. So as I was saying, Madang family friendly starts during the day and then it goes all the way into the late night. So they have performances at night, fashion shows. They have they had dancers, they had gymnastics, just a number. It just highlights Sierra Leone culture and what's going on in Sierra Leone. So really dope event. Shout out to Yeneva Sise who throws it. She's consistently been doing it every year. It is a staple every year, and many times twice a year in Sierra Leone. So that was in the Madang Festival. Sorry, that's the next one. I know I highlighted the Thoa. But that was Madang. So Madang is this. And then next, there's going to be sexy karaoke. This should be interesting. This is at the Kona on the 19th. So that's in 3 days. Sea Level House Party on the 19th as well. EcoFest is on the 20th. Gbamgbaode. I always pronounce this funny and weird. whatever. You guys, this is the I went to the first one where they had Ruger and Ira Star. Dope event. I'm not sure who they have this year, but it's always a good event. There's a Fashion for James event on the 22nd. Day trip to Banana Island again by Visit Sierra Leone. Chemists have their game night as they usually do. Then you have the Daytoxx party, a big party that's real well known here. It's like the third year in a row they're doing it. Then you got brunching. Shout out to Yeneva, Leanne, and Mellow Seven who do brunching. This is a dope event. I would definitely recommend checking it out. Dope brunch. It has very much New York, LA, Sierra Leone vibes as a brunch all together. Food on the first. Love the Deja Vu party. I actually just ran into the person who throws it, and I'm supposed to be interviewing her, so I got to remember to do that. And Triple Fest. I was involved in Triple Fest earlier this year. I will not be involved in Triple Fest next year. They have a system in place and they're ready to do it. So I won't be involved this year, but this earlier next year. But last year or this year was the first performance by LAJ, who was incarcerated. It was his first couple of days out. He performed there. All right, cool. So that is what is going on this December in Sierra Leone. So yeah, for those of you who are planning to visit, who are here now, and you're wondering what's going on, that's the list. Check in the description; it's going to be there as well. I'm exhausted. It's been a long day, so I am going to call it a night. I appreciate you guys watching as always. I'll be back on Sunday, a live stream with Admire Demo from Sierra Leone's Killing It. We're going to do our live stream on Sunday, and then on Monday I'm gonna go live again, and this time it won't be after being on 7 hours after having woken up at 5 a.m. So I'll have a lot more energy and have another topic that I can really get into. I'm looking forward to that. So with that, guys, thanks for watching. I will see you all on the next live stream.